I'm Rona, and today we're going to look at one way of grooming your dog. So I'm going to use Ted here to help me with this video. He is a terrier cross, and as you can see, he has really long fur that if it wasn't to be brushed quite often, it would tend to get quite matted. So I'm going to start with Ted with my grooming brush and just a few treats. Ted is really food motivated, as you can see, which is great. So to begin with, I'm just going to present the brush to Ted and give him a treat. I'm not going to actually touch him with the brush just yet. So, good boy. You can see he moves away a little bit, but I'm just going to bring the treat closer to the brush because it's a bit of a strange object for Ted if he hasn't seen it before. So, I'm going to do a few more with him. Good boy. Good. So there he actually touched the brush with his nose. So if your dog does anything like that, you really want to reward that. Good boy. So I've also got Ted on a lead here. This is useful if your dog is a little nervous of being groomed, so that you can stop them from moving around all over the place. But it's important that you're not going to hold it really tight. If you do need to do that, then you just need to take it a step slower and work on your dog feeling comfortable just around the brush to begin with. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to bring the brush to Ted's fur, just to touch it on him. Come. Good boy. You can see he's a little nervous of it. If he moves away, I'm just going to try again. A further distance and reward. So, Ted. Good boy. Good. 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 So here I'm not actually grooming Ted yet. I'm just putting the brush on his fur just so that he gets the feeling of the brush being near him and constantly rewarding him to make it a positive experience rather than being super scary. So I'm just going to try again with him. Good. So he's a little less weary of the brush now, which is great. This may take a while for your dog, depending on their confidence level. If they are quite confident and used to strange objects, then you'll be able to progress a lot quicker. If they're a little more nervous, then it may take you a little longer. So, the next step, I'm just going to get a few of my treats. I'm going to put one down, and I'm just going to lightly brush Ted. Very lightly and very slowly. Good. Keeping up rewarding him. Good boy. You can see Ted now isn't as focused on the brush because he knows that he's getting rewarded. So we're just going to try again. Good boy. So I was able to give Ted a few brushes there, and this is how you would progress it. You're just going to start very gradually at your dog's own pace, and when they are comfortable with you doing 1 or 2 brushes, the next time you may try to do a few more. Building up gradually until they're really confident and don't really mind you having the brush near them or stroking their fur. So, Ted is quite comfortable now with me having the brush on his fur for a few seconds. So, more progression would be for me being able to stroke him more with the brush. So, I'm going to give it a go now. I'm going to give him a couple treats on the floor. Good boy. Good. Good boy. So there I was able to do it for a lot longer than I was originally. So me and Ted will just practice this each day, not for too long sessions, maybe for just a couple minutes, just so that it's not so much for the dog that they're getting a bit agitated and stressed. Ted, you can see, is still quite happy here, so that's fine. So when you practice this, just make sure that your dog stays happy throughout the process. Make sure you keep up with the rewards, and then you should be able to groom your dog much easier. So, being able to groom your dog easily is a really good behaviour to teach your dog, and it's really useful, especially for dogs that have that longer fur that may get matted. Ted is a terrier cross, so it's really useful for him. Other dogs like cockapoos and also spaniels that sort of have that long fur that may get matted around their ears, it's really important to keep brushing them regularly to make sure that they stay in a good condition. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Have a practice and see how you get on. Thanks.